Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the channel today. As you can see in front of me, I have the Underdog website pulled up. That is because in today's video, I am going to be giving you guys my favorite Underdog picks for the upcoming NFL season. Now, this video is by no means sponsored by Underdog, but Underdog, if you're interested, hit me up. But the way Underdog works is that you can stack multiple picks together to multiply your money. You can do 5 picks at a time, which gives you the chance to multiply your money by 20. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and comment down below that you want to see more Underdog pick videos in the future. This is something that I would really like to do if you guys enjoy it. But no more intro. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So we're going to scroll down right here for our first pick to Justin Fields and go over 18.5 passing touchdowns. Now, here's the thing. Justin Fields, I think, is going to take a big stride this year as a passer. Now he's playing with by far the best receiver he's ever had in his career in DJ Moore, and I think that he is going to be a much better thrower of the football than he's been in years past. 18.5 passing touchdowns a year, that is a little bit more than averaging one a game. I think Justin Fields is capable of averaging more than one passing touchdown per game. Give me the over on 18.5 passing touchdowns for Justin Fields. Next, we're going to talk about another dynamic athlete at the quarterback position, Lamar Jackson. I like this one on the bottom right here. 1.5 100-plus yard rushing games for Lamar Jackson. I'm taking the over on that. I don't care who's calling the plays. I don't care what the system is. I don't care who the defense is. Lamar Jackson is one of the best athletes the quarterback position has ever seen. He is still one of the twitchiest and most elusive runners in the entire NFL, and I don't think the Ravens are going to try to neutralize that. I do think that he will have multiple games in which he rushes for over 100 yards. I also think that this is going to be a season where Lamar Jackson can play a mostly fairly healthy season for the Ravens. I think over 1.5 on 100-plus yard rushing games is going to be a gimme for Lamar, so give me the higher on that. Another over I really like is going to be Trevor Lawrence over 27.5 passing touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence last year had 25. He got a new weapon in Calvin Ridley. He got a better offensive line with the addition of Anton Harrison. And I think in year 2 of the Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson coach-quarterback combo, they're going to be even better. I think Trevor Lawrence could seriously be in contention for the NFL MVP award. 27.5 touchdowns isn't pedestrian by any means, but I do think Trevor Lawrence is capable of much more. I'm going to take the higher on 27.5 passing touchdowns for Trevor Lawrence. Now, I don't consider myself to be a huge Kirk Chainz fan, but I do think 12.5 interceptions as a over-under is a bit disrespectful to Kirk. He's really not notorious for being one of the league pick throwers, and he got an upgrade at wide receiver this offseason with Jordan Addison. Obviously, he still has the number 1 wide receiver in the NFL in Justin Jefferson, and he probably has a top 6 or 7 tight end with TJ Hawkinson. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have another statistical good year for the Vikings. I don't know if they'll be as successful as a team, but 13 interceptions to me seems a little bit high, so I'm going to go under on the 12.5 interceptions for Kirk Cousins this year. Now going to the running backs, I gave you guys 4 picks for the quarterbacks. Now I'm going to go 4 for the running backs. J.K. Dobbins, I think, is going to have under 875 rushing yards this year. A couple of reasons I think this. First and foremost, A, J.K. Dobbins has been unable to really put together a fully healthy season as a Baltimore Ravens so far. B, he is currently in a contract dispute with the Ravens, has sat out for most of training camp and the preseason type of situation, right? There have been Ravens reports and there have been people saying that J.K. Dobbins might sit out for an extended period of time. So not only is he going to miss the offseason, but he might miss some of the actual regular season. And C, most importantly, in my opinion, is the Ravens are switching offenses. They are no longer going to be the run-heavy juggernaut that they've been in years past. Todd Monken coming in, he's going to want to throw the ball. They're going to have more of a vertical passing game with the Baltimore Ravens. I think that'll limit JK's opportunities. Additionally, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, Lamar Jackson is still very much a threat on the ground with his legs. He's going to take away some of those rushing opportunities away from J.K. Dobbins. 875 seems a bit high for me. I'm going to go with under. Another rushing total that I'm taking the under on is going to be Isaiah Pacheco, under 815 rushing yards. The Chiefs are going to be a pass first, second, and third offense. They're going to throw the ball almost every single play. And while Isaiah Pacheco was pretty good as the starter down the stretch last year for Kansas City, I do think that the Chiefs will do more of a running back by committee thing and not so much have a feature bag in Isaiah Pacheco. I don't know that he will be able to get 815 rushing yards in that Chiefs offense, and because of that, I'm going to go with lower. Now, flipping that for a second, I'm going to go with Travis Etienne over 950 rushing yards. Last year, he had more than 1,100. I think he's going to continue to anchor the Jaguars' rushing attack this season. Doug Peterson recently did a press conference in which he said that he thinks Travis Etienne has the ability to be a 1,700-yard rusher. I'm not going to go that far. Obviously, I know the Jaguars have other playmakers on the offense that they need to get the ball to, but I do think they're going to run the ball a good amount. Travis Etienne is going to be their feature back. I think he's on pace for another 1,000-yard season. Another guy I think is on pace for a 1,000-yard season or more is going to be Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard had 1,000 yards last year. That was, while he was still fighting for snaps with Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke Elliott is now out of town, and Tony Pollard is the #1 undisputed running back in Dallas. I think the sky is the absolute limit for Tony Pollard. I think he's going to be a great addition to these Cowboys offense now that he's the feature back and not really the 1A or 1B back to Zeke Elliott. 1,000 yards to me seems really good. The Cowboys offensive line is pretty good. And, they have enough weapons on the exterior to where you can't just crowd the box and play, 7 or 8 in the box to stop the run against Tony Pollard. I like Tony Pollard over 1,050 rushing yards for this season. Moving on to the receivers, I have A.J. Brown going over 1,100 yards. I understand the Eagles have a lot of other playmakers on that offense like Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. They've added DeAndre Swift and Rashad Penny. But to me, A.J. Brown is still the featured receiver on this team. He was the best receiver on the team last year, and they were one of the best offenses in the NFL last year. If he can put together another healthy season, I think his chemistry with Jalen Hurts is really underrated. I think they connected for a lot of really, really great plays last year, and I think he'll continue to be very, very productive as a member of the Eagles. I think 1,100 yards is very much in range for him, and I think that the Eagles are unfortunately in store for another dominant season. Moving down just one player on their list, DJ Moore, 860 receiving yards as the over-under, to me is very disrespectful. He's had 1,000 yards almost every single season he was in Carolina, and that was with very subpar quarterback play. Now, I understand the Bears are a little bit more run-heavy than the Panthers have been, but you also got to understand that DJ Moore was putting up 1,000 yards with Christian McCaffrey in the backfield for Carolina, okay? The Bears don't have a superstar with Christian McCaffrey's aura, I guess you could say. And because of that, I think DJ Moore is going to be the featured player on the offense. I've already mentioned that I think Justin Fields is going to take a big step up this season. DJ Moore is going to be by far the best receiver he's ever played with. They've reportedly already had a great connection. They've already been connecting out a lot of deep balls in training camp. Give me the over on 860 receiving yards for DJ Moore. Next, we got Calvin Ridley. Can you tell I love this Jaguars offense in 2023? Anyway, 925 receiving yards is the over-under for him, and I think that that's a good number. I would like Calvin Ridley to go over that number. Listen, the last time he played a full season of football, he was one of the best receivers in the entire NFL. The Jaguars traded for him last year after he decided to gamble on the NFL, which is only a good idea if you watch these videos and don't play in the NFL, so definitely don't do that if you're watching this video and you're an NFL player. Anyway, Calvin Ridley is a really good wide receiver, and he's going to be a great addition to that Jaguars offense. Christian Kirk last year was very productive, and I think Calvin Ridley is an upgraded version of Christian Kirk. And then another over for the yards for receivers. Brandon Ayuk, over 800 yards. The last 2 years, he's gotten more than 800 yards, and I think he's really about to cement himself as the #1 wide receiver in San Francisco. He has reportedly been just dominating dudes in training camp, and I think that now that the 49ers have some stability at the quarterback position with Brock Purdy, I think he's going to be in store for a big, big season. Obviously, you guys know Kyle Shanahan is going to scheme up everything the right way. He's going to get Brandon Ayuk some really, really good looks, and with his route running ability, he's going to create separation on his own, like Brandon Ayuk, to go over 800 receiving yards this season. And then just because I'm insane, I'm going to throw a kicker on there as well. Harrison Butker, over 49.5 extra points made. If you do the math, that's like 3 touchdowns a game for the Chiefs. I think they'll score more than that. So I like Harrison Butker to hit most of those extra points and go over on the 49.5 extra points made. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I like doing these little underdog future picks videos. And if you guys enjoyed it as well, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Comment down below if you agree or not with my picks. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace out.